possible. Order filled.
Good morning and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Happy Monday. May the 4th be with you. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. Ready for a great week. Morning, Tris. And hello, Static. Let me know if I pronounced that wrong. I hate butchering names. 1 minute. I'm a little discombobulated. There we go. Let's look at what the markets have done overnight. And there was a report of an attack on a Navy ship by the Iranians that may or may not have been false. So we've been kind of wild overnight, as you can see. ES and NQ both started with a gap up. NQ gapped up to all-time highs. And then beat it later in the night. But ES's high of the day, 72.79. Low, 72.13. 66 points in range. NQ, 27.965 is the new all-time high. It dropped all the way down to 662, so over 300 points in range. Copper had that drop when that news came out. It's rebounding. About 160 ticks in range. Ultra bond, looking about 3/4 of a point. Gold, 116 points. Crude oil obviously shot up when that news came out, now pulling back about over 8 points in range. Natural gas heading up. Bitcoin keeping calm and staying kind of just where it's been, about 78.7. So that's where we sit, stand there, whatever body posture you're choosing to take on this Monday morning. I don't think we have any scheduled news today, but let me check. Factory orders at 10 a.m. Eastern time. NQ pulls back a bit. Oops. I do not have my NQ chart where it needs to be. There we go. It bounces off the 9. I don't know where we're going. I just know where we've been. I'm going to try to make most of my decisions off the 5-minute chart. Morning, JC. How was the weekend? I was all right. Did a lot of testing with Claude. Got a little work done. Worked with my COO to hash out some plans for the future of MightyOx Ventures. Actually, oops, sorry. I'm here responding to someone in Discord. Uh, yeah, I need to start doing video content. We need to get that going. And I admit, I even dropped off on it. I need to get back to everything. Uh, yeah, I was keeping it a little bit hidden, but I've been feeling off the last, well, I mean, for like a week, I was not feeling well. So I've dropped off on a little bit on everything. So I need to start actually moving forward with content and getting more going in the whole mock Discord uh engagement program in overall. It's the same 10 to 12 people participating. Well, that's good for you guys that keep winning money month after month. It's not really was not really the intent of the program. And Q still rising here. Our ATR is right around 10 on the 1 minute. Fidias 2.0 has launched. They now have NinjaTrader, Tradovate, TradingView. Swing accounts are upgraded to premium. You can get to their sim funded in 1 day. Pay out every 5 days up to 100% split overnight weekend hold. And I believe they now have more sizes too. $50, $100, $100K, $150K. Progressive split that climbs from 75% to 100%. That's interesting. And they also have an express to live in 4 sizes on their statics. On your first payout, after your first payout, you go live. That's awesome, JC. I'm glad to hear that. Pull back here and NQ. Nice pull back here. I could see that because it dipped hard on that news from about an attack on a Navy ship that may or may not have happened.
Order filled.
Hey, Art. Art Stocktick. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. AQ pushing up, gold pushing up, crude pushing down. Oh, SK. Okay. Yep. News driven. Yeah, that's going nicely for you there, JC. Moving on up to the deluxe apartment in the sky. Copper moving up big as well. Bitcoin's moving up. Excuse my yawn. Crude continuing to drop. Yeah, it was a good show. Morning, JJR. Hope you had a good weekend. Starting to see some extremes on the RSI. Might see a little bit of a pullback. Pausing them here, struggling to get about 860-ish. Purple candle here in the 1. Looks like we're pulling back a tad. But it's not convincing enough for me to take the trade. Gold also pulling back while crude oil pops a bit. Yeah, it's a bit confusing right now. They're still trying to assess whether there was an actual incident or not. There's NQ coming back up. Did bounce. Glad I didn't fall for that purple. Afternoon, Freighter. How are you? Oh, yeah, Freighter. That reminds me. Guys, I will be doing a London to New York stream this Friday. 2:30 a.m. Eastern Time to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. 9 hours of wonderful ox trading. Join me. They're now calling the static the express to live. The static accounts now go live after your first payout. And they have different sizes now. They have 25, 50, 100, and 150K in the statics. You're welcome, Freighter. Day traders has static. I think that might be it of anything I promote. Oh, there's the pullback. Yeah, I was just listing off who has them, not giving an endorsement either way. Pull back. Watching where this ends. We got a purple candle on the 5. Running into 2 separate EMAs. It's a good point, Freighter. I mean, I guess the reason most people don't like the 25Ks is because there's less drawdown available, but as long as you can manage that risk, you're fine. Bouncing on the 9 on the 5 right now. Yeah, it makes sense, Freighter.
Order filled.
Let me take a trade on just a MyFunded futures eval off a 1-minute chart, which I'm trying not to do like on all my other accounts.
Order filled.
It took 2 points. Nice use of quad. Morning, Mr. G. Good to see you. I'm not a horse racing fan. Too many horses get injured and end up being put down just for people to have something to bet on. Yeah, the attire is definitely interesting, G. Nice, Raider. You got this. Do not let that get into your head too badly. Blue candle pop on NQ on the 5. Nice pop up. You got the 871 on this candle and pulling back. It's a red candle on the one. Oh, coming back up.
Order filled.
Long off the blue candle on the 5. What did I take it on? I took it on a PA account? Okay, well, you're not going to see it. It's on an Apex PA. That was weird. And I also made it 2 contracts, and it's only 1. So I have no idea what happened there. But I did hit target. Well, I don't know. Everything was weird there. It was on the wrong account, the wrong ATM. But I got 5 points. I don't even know which Apex PA it was on. Oh, the one that's very low in drawdown. Alrighty then. Okay, let's see what account we're showing here. Okay, 984. And what account do I have in the copier? 078. Do I have 984 in the copier? I do. Alrighty. Ended up getting that quick win before it pulls back, so we'll take it, I guess. We are about 20 minutes away from the top of the hour. I'm trying to switch to the 5-minute freighter from the 1 minute. Hey, Trades Buy. Good morning. How are you? Ron, good morning. How was your weekend? Crude showing signs of reversal. I'm sorry, freighter. Like I said, I'm trying to move to the 5. 15-minute. See, I have the opposite problem, freighter. if I'm there watching a big candle form of 15 minutes, and I'm thinking I could have got in like, 10 minutes ago, it just absolutely messes with me. I've tried switching to a 10 and 15 minute chart, and I find myself, I end up feeling like I need to watch like 20 different assets in order to be happy, and then I end up missing things anyway because I'm watching too many assets. Morning, Hassan. Yeah, it's kind of like Greg, Greg Trades YM from the Discord. He'll sometimes put a trade on in Asia and go to sleep, and then close it sometime in the afternoon U.S. time. How you feeling, Hassan? Gold trying to push down. Doing all right. Gold pushing back upwards. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had Claude code a bot for me but I forgot to turn it on. Hey, John, how you doing? I'm doing all right. NQ kind of sideways here. Crude still dripping downwards. Gold dripping upwards. All right, Hassan. What's that? John? Hey, David? Yeah, I have 34 funded now. I've added 2 more TPTs. Thanks, David. Just need to get them to pay out now. So you can see how sideways we are right now. Since I find my chart, there it is. Here. So let me turn that down some. Hold on. So I had Claude Covey an indicator that shows whenever a candle. Why won't that adjust? Oh, that's okay. Whenever a candle touches the 9 EMA. So you can see that the last like 10 candles have touched the 9 EMA. That's that brown shaded area. Yeah, 34 JJR. 20 Apex, 3 TPT, 1 My Funded Futures, 5 Top Step, 3 Bowling Ox. And a partridge in a pear tree. Hopefully soon. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a little bit of pressure, John. No, we'll definitely have a celebration when that happens. It's been a long journey. Long journey. Thank you, John. Good, good morning, Ace. How was the weekend? All right. You're sending that to my email or my text? I misread that at first. I thought you said I'm going to send you a photo of my nun. I'm like, what? I've never had a kegger. Never been to a kegger. I've never been drunk. Have been high. Never drunk. SK, welcome to the herd. Thank you. Eventually, well, I'll figure out some benefits for that. Pushing upwards a bit. But nothing really to write home about. I don't look at a 4-hour chart normally. I'm bearish. I think we're gonna have a pullback. Whoa! Speaking of pullback. Morning, USC. What did you do to cause the market to drop as you came in? Oil shooting up. Not like drugs or something. Something happened. I mean, though it was right at the top of the hour, but I don't think this is top of the hour shenanigans. Oil up huge. Not seeing anything red yet. There is this headline, but I don't think this caused it. U.S. gives companies until 2 p.m. to submit U.S. SPR solicitations. Gold down big. All the indices are down big here. Down 41 points on this 5-minute candle, and the 5-minute candle's not that old. The Strategic Petroleum Reserve. I believe that's the right term. United Arab Emirates issues potential missile threat alert. That's probably what did it. All right, guys, we got some pictures coming up here from Ace. Give me 1 minute. This is from where he goes running. Hold on, I'll get that more into the screen. There's the doggo. Snow line, apparently. It's absolutely beautiful, Ace. Oh, really? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is where Ace goes running up in the mountains near where he lives. We share things like that here. We're a community that really cares about one another, so we share, things about our lives like that. Best thing you can do with corn is to make it into fuel. AQ tried to bounce a little bit there, but failed. So IQ gains yeah, easy for me to say, gains most of it back, and crude gave most of it back. U.S. Treasury Secretary Vicente says the U.S. is opening up the strait. We have absolute control of the strait. Anyway, everyone, happy May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Sire, it's a play on Star Wars. May the Force be with you. People have taken May the 4th and made it like Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. It's not an America thing, it's a Star Wars thing. I should have an AI for it if I get a winning trade. AI video. Gold with a blue candle. You said, oh, okay. Did you send the video? Hold on, maybe it's still coming in. I don't see a video, Ace. Oh, the May the 4th. Oh, I'm sorry. I got you. Yeah, I haven't won a trade, so you may never see it. I got you. And I'll run it for every win today if I actually get multiple wins. I was confused for a second. Which isn't hard to do. Breaking up is hard to do. the bot I made, or the I mean, I've made various indicators. The 9 EMA indicator, where it's touching, it tells me when it touches the 9. I also made this cute little widget. Hold on. Give me a second. Pine. New. Indicator. Boop, boop. Boop. See that cute little box there? Gives me my RSI figures, the difference, and where my EMA 9 and 20 is. I had quad code that. That was pretty cool too. That way I was not trying to look at little numbers down on the RSI or whatever. It's all right there in front of me. They are, but I could probably ask him to code it for NinjaTrader for, at least the thing for the 9. I had him code me a automated strategy for Ninja. Morning, Paul. Good job, JJR. That's a good one, Paul. NQ giving no real direction here. I mean, on the 1 minute, it's kind of giving us a little bit of direction. The reason why I have it had it code me where it shows me when it's touching the 9 or not touching the 9, you can see how rare the spots are that it doesn't touch the 9. And I mean, when it's not touching the 9 like that means it's kind of trending. And in my opinion, it always wants to get back to the 9. You see, it does not stray from the 9 often. So, here it's one of the biggest spots is where it wasn't touching the 9 for like 15 minutes. But it almost touched right there. But it's definitely, it's an interesting observation I've made. And that's why I use the 9 as a kind of a target. I mean, I could be 100% wrong, but I feel like the 9 EMA is the most important EMA on any time frame, but especially on the 5-minute time frame. We're about 14 minutes from the top of the hour. I'm sorry, not the top of the hour, the bell. It's Monday. Definitely gotten choppy here in the last half an hour or so, or even the last hour or so. Oil continues to push down. And Q is, like I said, not really doing anything. All right, Ace. How many more weeks of school left, Ace? Like 3? Planning any family vacations this summer, Ace? Somewhere over the rainbow. Morning, Platt. Sometimes in the future, we'll have to schedule a MightyOx trading cruise. What do we think, guys? Red or green at the bell? First 5-minute candle. Everybody in the Discord has predicted red. So I'm thinking of going long. Yep, that's why I said I'm. Oh, Ace is long. That's why I said, yeah, I'm thinking about going long. I mean, I said red too, so. Hey, David, good to see you.
Order filled.
You just heard me take a long on a micro crude. You're a good trader, Ace. You do good risk management. And there's Ms. Melody. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. How was your weekend?
It was all right. A little better weather. Did some stuff outside. Didn't do too much, so it was kind of nice. But it's always good to have a low-key weekend going into the summer since it always seems something comes up.
Yeah. Mr. G, she's in South Dakota.
Order filled.
Well, if I just hit target on my crude oil trade. It's only a 12 ticker, but okay. Can you talk again for a minute, Melody? You were coming in a little choppy. I want to see if that was just temporary or.
Sure. Yeah, how's it sounding now?
He's still sounding a little choppy.
Hey, one sec.
Yeah, I don't think that's on my end either. I don't think there's anything anything in my settings that will make you choppy.
Let me play with my mic for a minute. See if I can get that better.
Two minutes till the bell.
Uh-oh, hope we didn't lose it all together.
There we go. Is it sounding better or no?
Still sounding a little choppy. I'm not sure what's going on. Human, freighter, human. I'm curious. I'm gonna disconnect the call and recall you. Make sure it's just not Discord being stupid.
Okay, that sounds good.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I think you're okay.
Okay. It sounds clearer on my end, honestly, so hopefully, like even my headphones sound better. So hopefully that works.
There's the bell. We shoot up and then shoot back down and then shoot back up. Gold pushing down, crude pushing up. Everybody predicted red for the first 5-minute candles. So far, it's not looking that way. Nope, maybe now it is. Maybe I should need to keep my mouth shut. So does that mean, since the market's a zero-sum game, Ace, does that mean other people are getting additional mines? Oh, yeah. There we go. Now we're falling. Good. Now I don't feel like such a psychopath for having all those brains in jars in my kitchen. The other thing, Melanie, I'm not sure if this is me or you, but I do not see your screen on Video Ninja if you are sharing it.
Let me check. I'm not. There we go.
There we go. Monday technical gremlins.
Yeah, I wish it was the tech more so than my brain on a Monday, but here we go.
Gold bouncing. Trying hard now to make my decisions off the 5-minute chart. After Claude and I spent a lot of time together this weekend.
Nice. Feeling comfortable with that?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I still have the 1 minute up. I still think the 1 minute can give me entries, but I probably need to ignore the 1 minute, but we'll see. At one point, I think I actually tired Claude out because I think it was late Friday night, and because I paid for more credits on Claude. So I've been having him test like all evening, and he's like, "Do you want to test this, or do you want to call it a night?" I'm like, "Is the AI tired?"
Oh, that's funny.
All right, Ace. Oh yeah, it's looking good for you. I told him, nope, I'm still going. I told him to grab a cup of coffee, and he told me he's already caffeinated. Sorry to hear about no runners. Going long on gold here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 now.
Order filled.
Target of 86.2. We'll just do 86 or somewhere around there. Now, if it's coming right back down, I was afraid of that. That wasn't. Gold's been running with the indices lately, and it was going opposite the indices. Well, maybe it's going to pop for me. Indices dropped. So that first candle did finish red. Everybody was right. Oddly, crude also finished red. Gold was the only thing that was contrarian. Of course, that means it's going to pull back and knock me out of this trade. I'm guessing, though, Ace, you more than make up for it when one of those runners actually run and you get one of those 10-pointers. Nice pop back up on NQ. Now we're back into the blue. This is a big candle here in the 25 points.
Order
Taking that
filled.
stop on gold, that didn't work out. And ooh, NQ right back down. It's a very choppy open. It can't decide where it wants to go.
I was just thinking that the indices, well, NQ and ES are at an interesting spot. Like ES is pretty close to where it closed on Friday, just kind of hovering there. And NQ is just like right in that gap up opening area and also just sitting there. So it's just kind of weird because it really is like I don't have any bias either way at this point, just because it's at kind of where a decision point was the last time that it was hovering. So I don't know. Tough to make a decision at the current moment.
Courage out of bounds. Ugly open. There's a pop on NQ. Big pop. Pulls back. got up there. 888 there. Hold back 30 points. Nice work, Mr. G. Dow falling really quick. Coming back down. Opening 15-minute range is about to close. So over the weekend, I also did some. I was just curious, and it ended up leading me that there might actually be something to it. I ended up looking at that 15-minute orb thing, and it's actually pretty interesting to the point that I think I'm going to take my Bolinox, my three full funded Bolinoxes, and start playing with the opening range breakout or whatever, because it actually provided me some decent results in looking at it.
I mean, there has to be something behind it because there really are a lot of people who use it, and there are a lot of statistics that have been found about it. So, like, the only thing I can think of is that discipline is the main thing that keeps people out from doing it, or just the fact that, like, you could lose 5 days in a row. And if those are the 5 days, the first 5 days you test it, I mean, then you won't stick with it because you're like, oh, this sucks. But with the statistics, like, if you have that going into it, I think that helps. And yeah, I think that it's definitely a possible profitable strategy.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's just playing like jumping in right after. I mean, actually, there was a nice indicator on TradingView for it that plots it out. Let me find what that indicator is. Just orb, so I think this is the right one. Hold on. Too many orbs. Hold on. Which one's? Who is this by? About the script. That didn't do anything. that didn't work. I hate it when I do this. Let me get that off the screen until I figure this out. Okay, there we go. ZZZ Crypto. That's who it's by. Okay. Orb by ZZZ. There, this is the one. Okay. So I just added it to the wrong chart. No, I didn't add it to the right. So this is the, oh yeah, I need to actually change the settings. $830, 45, 15. Okay. So, did I break it? 795, 6, 7, yeah, I broke it somehow. Give me a minute, guys. Sorry. What did I do? Yeah, that's the right settings. Oh, maybe it is. Where's the bottom line? There it is. That's the bottom line. Okay. So here's Friday. This is what I was trying to do. So if we look at the orb, oh, I'm on the 1 minute chart. That's why it looks so weird. Let's go to the 5 minute chart. I'm professional. I have done this before. There we go. So this is the opening range, green and the orange lines there. And look at this. It comes up and bounces off the top of the range perfectly there, 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 and then it comes down to it right at the close. So it bounced off of it 3 separate times, and this one it really got close. And I noticed that it does that a lot, but what I also noticed that if it actually breaks through at some point, anytime in the day, if it breaks through, you can almost target the bottom of the range and often get that trade as well. So that's what got me curious about it. And so now I obviously be going for huge moves. Sometimes, it could be if it's a really volatile open, it can be, 100-point range. I mean, even today, which we didn't seem all that volatile, but it's volatile, whatever I'm trying to say, but it's 80 points. It's just interesting how often it respects it, and when it breaks it, then it usually goes to the other end. Yep, thanks for that reminder, Paul. We do have factory orders coming up. Top of the hour. We are pushing up here on NQ. So it's nice of the market to make everybody that owned the red and green challenge on the Discord a winner before it decided to reverse and go up.
I was thinking it's kind of weird looking at how much oil moved kind of overnight, and not even talking about the big spike, but even just the rotational movement of it was still bigger than what it's doing now at the open. Like, it's really, really condensed. And I wonder why. And then the conspiracy part in my head thinks they're doing it on purpose. But
well, no,
I'm kidding. I'm
the move overnight came from a disputed report that the Iranians hit an American ship, a Navy ship, but it's being denied by the United States that happened. So that's what caused that big spike in crude. And it seems like it's just been falling since then, but it's kind of just crawling right now. I mean, NQ's kind of crawling right now too. but no one's sure what actually happened, if a ship was hit or not. I would think there'd be more news if it was, but I don't know.
I would think so too. It's another one of those things of like, well, is anybody out there? Kind of thing. Like, is anybody out there to see it? Is anybody out there to notice? And then if it's just the two sides reporting on it, you'll never know.
And then keep pushing back. Ooh, quick move down there.
And gold's dropping too.
Interesting, that was a bounce right off the top of that range, the opening range. Crude is pushing up. It's broken its 9 on the 5. See, this is where it gets hard not to use the 1 minute chart. It gave me a purple candle below the 9 on the 1 minute, and it shot that enough that I could have grabbed 20. But bouncing right back up, so if I was going for a bigger move, I wouldn't have got it. ATR on the 1 minute is up to 22. So even though it doesn't look like we're moving, we're moving. Push down now. Yeah, bounced right back up. There's just like no direction yet at all.
Hey everyone! It's time to gore the like button.
definitely not an open to write home about. We're nearing 30 minutes in, and it really, there hasn't been much to really talk about.
That's so true. It's one of those like, it's also just kind of, it feels slow and choppy, but those chops are 20 points at a time.
Yeah.
So like there's definitely ways to trade and make money on that. I haven't perfected it yet.
There's a push up. Now, I did technically get a signal on the 5 on the opening 5-minute candle. I had a single bell, which, my strategy is if I get an opposite candle, I should take it. But at that point, I was sure we were going to just do a hard drop instead of turning right around. So I didn't trust it. But look at those wicks on the 5-minute chart. I mean, every candle has extreme wicks to the upside. Now we're moving up. That's the first one that didn't as we hit the news of factory orders. That did break atop the opening range thingy that I've been talking about.
Order filled.
Factory orders came in at 1.5%. Forecast was 0.6. That's a pretty big beat on that.
Order filled.
GameStop has launched an effort to buy eBay for $56 billion.
First of all, I would have thought it would be the other way around. Second of all, what at GameStop was like, let's go for eBay, of all things. It's so interesting.
Yeah. Push it back downwards. I know they were hoarding cash for a long time. And they also did a big Bitcoin stake when Bitcoin was a lot cheaper. GameStop's been trying to reinvent themselves as a trading cards store.
Okay, I could see the trading card angle because obviously a lot of that goes through eBay too.
Order filled.
Hear me playing with an eval off the 1 minute chart. Fulfills my 1 minute desires.
Hey, whatever works.
I am getting a setup here on the 5 minute as well. Not the greatest setup, but it's a setup.
Order filled.
Our target was hit on the 1 minute setup.
Order
Took a short on,
Order filled.
I took a short on the 5 minute setup. I immediately got stopped out, but only for 5 points because, well, technically 10 points because I had 2 contracts on. Somehow I had the wrong ATM setting on, so kind of a blessing and a curse there. About to start off the 9.
Sure is choppy today.
Kind of looking to see if gold makes a breakdown here. Just because it's like hanging under yesterday's low and opening or the initial balance low. So if it breaks, it could go decently far.
Order
Trying
filled.
another short. Wow. Okay. It's gonna bounce too.
Order filled.
Alrighty then. Well, you may not end up seeing the May the 4th be with you AI video because it's meant to be played when I get a winner. So that may not happen today.
The day is still early. And this chop, worst.
pushing up. Now we just hit the top of that opening range again.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, okay. I can never be
Kinda.
in when that type of stuff happens. I will say, if I had taken the trade and put my stop where it belonged at the top of that red candle in the 5, I would have been still in that trade when that happened. Although it's coming right back. So, I mean, if I had been in that trade when it happened, the entry would have been, let's see. Entry would have been 869. It always shot down to 844. So even that wasn't that big. I don't know what caused that little boom down, but crude did pop up there as well. So waiting to see some sort of headline. What? Really? What? Hey, ETC, how you doing? You just got called Miss Melody of Smoothness.
I'll take it.
How's it going, ETC? Gold did come down, that try to bounce. No follow through at all today. None. Zero. Zip. Nada.
Like NQ hasn't even made it to the bottom or the top of that impulsive move, like the super fast move.
Yeah.
It just went right back to the middle.
Does it cut it off your screen, or what happens, ETC? And what kind of device are you on? There's a pop up to 890. There's a big candle, 38 points on the 5-minute. Dude. Let me give my cat his crack. Ooh, now we're popping. Yep, this is a 52-point candle on NQ on the 5. Huh. Well, let me bring up the. I have an S25 Ultra. Let me bring it up on my phone and see if I can chat. Yeah, it works for me. What resolution? Let me see if I can figure out what resolution I'm on. I can tell it whatever we actually. Let's see, resolution playback. I'm on 720p. Let me try 1080. Yeah, works for me on 1080. So that's weird. I wonder what's going on there. Candle on gold. Crude right back down. Not seeing any headlines that cause that little pop and drop of crude. Strange. Gold moving up. Gold's decided to be the contrarian today. Right now, NQ and crude both moving down. Gold moving up. Somebody make it make sense. Oh, and YM's moving up with gold. Did we have a bunch of breakups and relationships here and everyone kind of shuffled around?
Looks like we might push higher. We're pretty close to the top of where, like on NQ, we're pretty close to where the big drop was.
Can it take us higher? And as I say that, it gets kind of... No, there's a pop again. Oof, there's a pop.
Order filled.
We're going to try long. Technically, I should have got in long at 892, so I'm already 9 points late. And it's going to immediately pull back again. Wow.
Order filled.
Stop that. Stops out and then pops back up. Morning, Teo.
Ben.
Sorry, say that again.
I gotta say, it's one of those mornings. Been one of those mornings where it's just up and down, up and down.
There's
Well,
Dow popping.
with gold then, because I was just gonna say gold pop too.
Yeah, it's a big pop on gold. Wow. Um, Gee, that's a good question, and I mean, I don't know. I haven't really, analyzed it much, but I've heard PayPal is struggling a little bit too. Oh well, so that stopped me out and then bounced right back up. Everything's kind of moving up now besides crude. Slow grind. We're not sure, ETC. We're hopefully. I mean, it's sometimes better, sometimes good. I mean, sometimes not. So hopefully, it'll correct itself tomorrow. Dow and gold just flying. That hobby turned into something huge, didn't it, G? Everything pulls back. Q wants to be a jerk. I think I'm going to take an MES trade here if the setup stays. Short. Ooh, that's not zoomed in at all. Apparently I took it on the wrong account. It's not showing on the screen, and it's not working anyway. Which take profit did I take this on? 78. That's what I thought I had in here. Yep. There it is. Nothing. That looked like a great short setup, double bells, but nope. I mean, I've never watched any besides the original three. G. Gold's pushing downward some. YM back up. Torture here. Hey, trades in the green. It was in the green. Of course, it pops right back up. Well, today's the day I should have stuck with the 1 minute chart. This is going to stop me. Yep, just stop me out on an ES2. But here, if you look at the NQ, 1 minute, beautiful purple candle there that would have led to that nice drop. NQ pulls back a little bit. Gold trying to push up a little bit. This is given no extremes today. By extremes, you know, I talked about my blue shaded areas. To the point I set up a bot for my blue shaded areas. Well, I call it right the bot for my blue shaded areas. And there's been nothing for it to run on. I was going to run tests today, and there's been no triggers for it. Now, I would have triggered on the 1. Thus, we may be testing it on the 1. It's just like, you know, the last blue shaded area we got on the 5 was back here 4 hours ago. That was from the drop of the supposed attack on the ship that didn't happen, which would have been beautiful, but I was sleeping at that time. On the 1, got one here that would have just worked. Got one there that, I mean, it did get down to the 9, which would have been the first target. So that one would have worked. This one would have worked. This one would have worked. This one would have worked. That one theoretically would have worked. That one would have worked. Yep. Tomorrow we're testing it on the 1. And here we come back down. This is definitely feels untradeable. Well, I've tried the ES, I've tried the NQ. How about I try the Dow? The Dow's giving me a signal on the 5 for a reversal. It's got 2 minutes on it. NQ popping up. Overnight high on NQ 965. Our high since the open. Why am I looking on a 1 minute chart? I think 913. We hit 913. We hit 912. Now we just hit 909. Will it finally break above? Will it? Will it? Will it? NKD is way too. I do market orders, so I get killed on NKD because of the spread, and it's $25 a tick. I do occasionally trade copper, mostly in the evening. In a YM trade. YM in this trade.
Man, what a drag. I feel like, and where it was, like, I was looking at gold. I was looking at it drop lower. It reversed. Now I'm looking at gold, possibly going higher, but also possibly reversing. So don't feel confident trading that today.
Yeah, I mean, I should. No, it's hard to feel confident in anything today. Now we did just pop up above the price, any price we've had since the open. I have tried it, the NKD. It's just just got within one tick on my target there on YM. Target hit. We gotta win. We actually gotta win.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a winner. May the fourth be with you. Shah!
And you continue to try to push up. Pull back there in gold. Crew with a tiny little blue candle.
Order filled.
Took the tiny little blue candle and crude. I took it long, so y'all should short probably. NQ still rising. It's now less than 30 points away from its overnight high. Yep, and there's crude pulling back. Yeah, there's crude going. Oh, and there's NQ pulling back. Pulled back, but got Wiki on the one. Right back up. Feel like now it wants overnight high. I guess the question is does it want 28,000?
That is the question. I feel like we were too close before. Anything within 50 points is too close.
Dow continued down, so I could have got more out of that trade. And this is my first, well, it's kind of flashing on and off. I am getting a blue shaded area on the NQ5 when it gets to the high of this candle. When it pulls back, it goes away. So, let's see. Gold pulls back.
Order filled.
Closed my crude trade. It was pulling back. Yes. Give me a purple candle on the 5. NQ did not. I'm going to take ES and an eval. Oops. not take it. We'll see if it comes back down for me to take it. Forgot I still had YM up here instead of. Oh wait, what do I have up there? Yeah, YM. Thank you. Yes, not working either.
I know there's like obviously outside of the orb traders because they trade a very specific time. I feel like there's a lot of people that advertise, I only trade the first hour or I only trade the first, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever it is, even if it's 2 hours. I just imagine those people in situations like this are probably struggling too because if you're only trading the most volatile hours of the New York Open and then, however far in, to have those hours then be some of the driest, most choppy price action,
Yeah.
make it tough.
Okay. There's a quick whip. Purple candle on the 5. Bounces right before the end of this candle. The purple candle goes away. This is still push up. And another big drop. So that red candle would have worked beautifully. Crude to the pop. Let's see if this is headline driven or just someone in Goldman Sachs just got bored. UAE, our air defense systems are currently responding to a missile threat. Expecting the next headline to be, just kidding, we just wanted to see all the traders freak out. All right, Tio, take a breath, walk away. Don't let that get to you. We're bobbing on 900 now. Crude up big on this 5-minute candle. Keep trying to bounce. Big bounce on that Q. Nope. That got smacked back down. And another spike on crude. So we're just about to reach the 11 o'clock Eastern hour. Reminder, speaking of 11 o'clock Eastern and time zones and all that, this Friday I am doing one of my insane 9-hour overnight streams starting at 2:30 a.m. Eastern time. So join me for that. That is non-farm payroll Friday as well. Wow, we're dropping hard. Hard.
Yeah, they did not like that.
I still feel like things are known ahead of time. Look at this. Just like, maybe, I mean, it could be coincidence, but so look at this NQ 5-minute chart. We had that tiny little red candle which I even said I thought about taking. I thought it was going to be a purple. It ended up being a red, so I didn't take it. And then we get a 50 point move down on news. It just seems like there's always some kind of signal right before something major. That's a big bounce. Crude pulls back.
It's interesting you were talking about having a signal before the news move. And of course, we all know you can't predict when that happens. But what I've also noticed is that the big moves will tap a technical area, an EMA, VWAP, like, the initial balance or opening range. And I know not everybody uses every technical,
Right.
but most of them that I've seen, like that pop will just go like to the tick almost to something that's somewhat significant. So it's suspicious.
That might have some explanation in the fact that just because people, whether it's news or not, are putting orders there because, whether they're buys or sells, they might have already been in the trade and that's where they put their target or something like, you know what I mean? So that might be why that happens with these, because you might just have a large group of orders there. It'd be interesting to watch a DOM to see if there is large amounts of orders sitting there before a move. Before watching the DOM, noticing where the orders are sitting, and then when a move like that happens, is that why it bounced there, or did people quickly rush in and put orders there, or how does that, what actually happens?
Totally valid. I forget about limit orders and stop orders that are just in the market already, which is stupid. Obviously, I'm looking at them, but I think you're right. I think part of it is obviously, even if you're looking at a DOM, if you're not looking at a 30-foot long screen, some of these moves are so big you can't see.
It'd be fun to throw up a DOM on one of my 34-inch verticals.
Yeah. See what shows up.
And Q hits the 9 on the 1 and pulls back again. And we come down. Seoul says explosion and fire on South Korean ship in the Hormuz Strait.
can't imagine being like any foreign country and you're working on an oil tanker or something. Because I mean, like, those are just civilians working on those.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine leaving and then being like, yeah, I'm going to go out and hopefully make it through the strait. Like, that's got to be crazy.
Or you don't know right now whether they were attacked with a missile, if they hit a mine, or if they just. I mean, heck, it could be nothing. There could have been something that just happened on board, some sort of weird accident. But of course,
Yeah.
the market's assuming that it was some sort of attack.
My brain immediately goes to like someone put silverware in the microwave on accident, or they burnt popcorn. I mean, it could be anything.
How's everybody else doing? Has anyone taken any trades? Are we right, green, or somewhere in between? Well, Bitcoin's happy today. Bitcoin's back above 80K. Nice work, USC. Beautiful work, JJR. There's a pop on NQ. Pop right into the 9 on the 1. Morning, Jay. pull back on crude. Iranian Navy fired warning shots at U.S. destroyers in the Strait of Hormuz, claims the Iranian media. Explosions reported in Dubai area as UAE air defenses engage incoming missiles. Some unofficial and unconfirmed reports indicate explosions at the port of, I'm not going to try and pronounce that, in the UAE. Lots of explosions for our ceasefire.
Is that even that's still a thing? I didn't even know. I didn't even know we were still in one.
And Q push it down. It's back within its 15-minute opening range. I didn't get my Bowenoxes set up, but technically I should have. As soon as that big candle from 4 candles ago broke back into the opening range, it should have taken a short and targeted the bottom of the range. So we'll see if it gets there. That's 808. We'll see if it gets down to 808. Explosion and fire on the Korean ship. UAE had missiles come in. We don't know whether the fire on the Korean ship was because of a missile, because of a mine, or just some sort of incident on the ship. Cargo ship reports fire in the engine room. Cause currently unknown. Falling faster.
Gold is falling.
It looks like everything's falling now besides crude oil.
Which, as you said, that immediately went down like a point.
Of course it did.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, MR. Everything go okay at the vet? UAE Defense Ministry intercepted 3 missiles from Iran. Ooh, another quick whip down here. We have about 12 minutes till London closes. Yeah. At least until the last 20 minutes or so, where we've had massive headlines coming out of the Middle East. Great job, Luke.
Okay, all right, here we go. Another one.
Possible attempt to bounce here. By the way, so let's look at this. Let me turn that indicator back on. Did I put it on this one? I did. So there's our orb. If I had entered on this candle where it broke back below the orb, then I've had an 882 entry, and it easily got down to that 808. That could have been a 70-point trade.
So, and I probably missed this earlier, but what's the stop like on an orb trade? where does that go? Or
I
is
mean,
it a
I
lot?
would, I mean, I would have just put it at the top of the candle that broke in back into the orb. So in that case, I mean, in this case, it was a 46-point candle. Usually they're smaller, but you know, I probably would, that's, you know, so. Wow, look at this fall now. We just broke, we're almost down to 700.
Crude is flying too.
Yeah, we're getting, I bet you we got another headline. UAE's, again, a word I can't pronounce. Fire erupts at petroleum industrial site following drone attack from Iran. Iranian Republican Guard spokesperson. Vessels violating rules in Strait of Hormuz will be forced to stop. I think the war's back on, people. Big bounce. Taking it on. Oh, well, it's going to take it on an eval, but it wasn't set on the eval. Let's see if it comes back up on the 1-minute chart. 753 entry is what I'm looking for. Are happy that I didn't take it right in the entry. Let's see if it comes back up that way. It's trying to creep up.
Order filled.
Okay, we're long. Shooting for 780. Holy crap, 787, really? Oh yeah, what about that? All right. It's on an eval, so you guys aren't seeing it because it's not a take profit. But in at 753 half, looking for 787 half. Stops all the way down at the bottom of the I don't know, was that a new low of day, by the way? No. Low of the overnight, 662. Okay. Nope, that's not working. I'll give it a little chance to work, I guess. Nope, that's not going to work. I should have got out in the first red candle on the 1. And it's trying to bounce. Although now my target should technically be 767 instead of 87, that's where the 9s moved down to. But we'll split the difference between there and the 9 on the 5, which is at 818. Keep it at 87 and hear me yell when I hit 67 I didn't take the profit. Like now, that just hit 67. Come on, burst through, come on. Druid's coming down.
Order
There we
filled.
go. 34-point trade.
That little pop at the end was nice
Yeah.
because it didn't go much farther.
Crypticon, what do you mean they're not ready with Tradovate? If they launched today with Tradovate? Civil Defense continues efforts to control a fire in the petroleum industrial zone. Let me go to their Discord and see if they're saying anything there. Gold bouncing up too. Crude come down pretty hard.
So I was just clicking through videos trying to, I was just looking at all their accounts, and when you're going to buy them, if you select fundamental, premium, or 10K challenge, you can select Tradovate, but on their Express to Live, it's like grayed out, says coming soon.
Huh. I wonder how they messed that up.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's an error that they should figure out pretty quickly, I would imagine.
I'm glad I got the target there because it did not go much further. It's kind of just gotten hung up here. Now, technically, this is a entry on the 5-minute chart. See the big green candle, single bell, blue shaded area. Everything tells me I should enter that besides the fact that it's 50-point stop. Which I wouldn't mind if I wasn't already down 77 on the day. And we've reached the end of our time together today. Reminder, I have a stream tonight, Monday Night Ox, so we'll be on at 7:30 Eastern. And then we'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern. We hope everyone has a great day. And we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully the price action will be better. Bye. Thunder? Oh, wow. I'm getting a storm.